All right, y'all, we are getting ready to go live, checking out this Reason 13 news. Man, let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Welcome everybody. My name is Chris Reed Beats, back with another video, man. Feels good, man. Feels good to be here on a Thursday at our usual live streaming time, man. Back. It's been a minute since I've been able to be here at this time, but listen, I'm not gonna over talk and I'm not gonna do too much. We're gonna get into this news first and foremost. We're gonna look at what they're talking about. Nothing that we can actually use or play with just yet, but we can see from the start that there are going to be some changes. There are going to be some differences. If you are watching this live stream, man, please be sure, drop something in the chat so that I know that you're up in here, man, so we can represent for all of our Reason gang. All right. And I'm seeing that we got the poll up. We got some people that's saying they want to see some things first before they make their decision about Reason 13. I think that's interesting. I'm going to have it day one. Okay. As soon as it releases and it drops, I got that Reason Plus. I'm going to have it day one. All right. But like I said, I don't want to over talk it. I don't want to do it too much. I do want to check my volumes because I have been hearing a lot of people saying, you know, let's work on our volume, let's work on our mix, and I want to have a little background music, you know what I'm saying, going on. What's up, Great Keys up in here, man. Taxi William music, taxi up in here, man. Jonathan Trio, what's up, Jonathan, man? Good to have y'all all up in here. Drop a bomb for y'all real quick. Listen, let's switch over so we can actually see what's popping, okay? Let's see what's going on over here on the Reason News website, okay? So taking a look at the Reason News, from start, from jump, you can see there's going to be some changes. There's going to be some differences made, first and foremost, to the sequencer. I don't know if you see that like I see that, but I can see that, right? There are going to be some changes to the sequencer, the way that it looks, the way that you have access to your mixer, to your rack. That looks interesting. This is the first thing that you can see, right? And I'm kind of mad at myself. I'm a little late. This stream should have happened sooner, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, off the bat, we got some of the things we've been asking for. There are some changes with the sequencer, and that is something that we have been asking for, right? You know what I'm saying? So hey. Yeah. We in there. Ermila Ghost, what's up? Sasha, what's up? Ole von der Stick. So excited. I know that's right, man. We all excited for the announcement of Reason 13. What did y'all think about the way they started announcing it with the guy getting the tattoo of Reason 13? That's crazy. I said I like the old logo designs for those tattoos. First thing that we can see just from this announcement is there is going to be a difference to the sequencer. Now, I see that, you know, at the very top here, like I said, it looks like you can get to your different devices, browser, mixer, rack, and sequencer. You'll be able to get to those a little differently, and I see some design changes, some graphical changes that's happening as well. Okay, I did take a look at this a little bit. I have not had the privilege of touching it in the beta or anything like that. I promise I'll tell you the truth if that was the truth, but I can tell you just off of what I'm seeing so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay, but we got to do a lot more than just some graphical changes, but that's okay. All right, it's about damn time. The next major version of Reason is coming. I'm very happy and proud to announce that Reason 13 will release on June 18, 2024. That's crazy. It's coming up so soon. Okay, all done. Then let's talk about Reason 13. All right, cool. First and foremost, new browser. The first major feature is the new browser. Reason's been around for 20 years and comes with a staggering number of patches, samples, and loops. In fact, some included sounds have gone from modern to terribly out of style to begin hip again. being hip again. However, navigating through the treasure, I promise y'all I can read. Okay, I got a degree. Navigating through this treasure trove of sounds is not easy if you don't know exactly where to look. Yes, a lot of jargon. So new browser. Okay, to accommodate this filter-based browsing, the browser has been redesigned as a floating window that you open when you need it and resize as you see fit. I don't know how I feel about that just yet, because I did grow to like the old browser, well, the current browser, I guess I can't call it the old browser. I am happy with the browser currently, how you can just hit F3 and it be there. So hopefully there's a way to make it floating, not floating, and not just only floating. I do like it. I do like they have it start typing something and get suggestions for categories, tags, formats. I love that. I love the tag system, especially like I've seen different VSTs implement that, like Contact, as well as Contact does it. What's this other one that I use? Come on, man. My brain. So like Native Instruments, I mean to say like Native Instruments, Contact, but also IK Multimedia does it, and a lot of their patches and things that they have, they do it as well. And Analog Lab, that's what I was trying to say. Arturia, Analog Lab does some tagging and things of that nature as well. Mr. Business, welcome to the stream. We're gonna find out what's going to be new. We need stem separations. Now that was one of the things I did want to look at for this live stream. Was, you know, in the past we've done some live streams where we said, okay, this is what we're looking for Reason to implement, and it's like, what do you guys think? Do you think they're going to implement all of those things, or do you think we're only going to get some things? And there were some things that I was like, I'm pretty sure that's probably not going to happen, but we're hopeful for it, right? We're hopeful for these things, right? And so anybody can go to the website right now. You can check out and read it for yourself and look at it for yourself. But we're all about speculation here. We're all about Reason News. We're all about Reason Gang and the things that we want. So we can use this platform as a voice to say, well, we didn't get it, but we would like to see it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, maybe in the future, but that was one of the things I was like, I don't think they're going to touch stem separation. There's a lot of people out there that's already touching it, that's already getting it done. I don't know if that's going to be something that's going to, that's going to happen here. But what we can do, look, I'm going to go to the thing. I'm going to hit stem, and stem is nowhere in. It's not even in. The word stem is not even in this document. Hold on. Let me do separation. Not even in this document. I just hit Control F to do find stem, and it's not even in the document. Here, I'll show you one more time. Look, stem, not even in the document. Okay, separation, not even in the document. So that, I mean, that just, hey, if you were looking for it, hoping for it, it's not there. But let's keep going with what we do have in Reason 13. So we got a new browser. It's going to be a floating window. It's going to be tag system where you have more access to your tags, formats, things of that nature. So hopefully a better browsing situation that we can have there, because that's the best. That's the most important thing, being able to get your sounds and get them where they need to be so you can start creating, right? That's definitely very important. All right, so sequencer update. Next up is one I know many of you are really excited about, a hefty sequencer update. Yes, absolutely. We're hoping for a sequencer update. The big thing we saw and experienced ourselves with Reason Sequencer was how easy it was to lose your way, switching editing modes, unexpected zooming behavior, functions hidden away. Yeah, what's up with that? Block mode hidden away, like all kind of stuff, right? Regroove mixer, understanding what you're looking at. I think that's looking at. Even if you're used to it, could be tricky. I often meet people who ask for a feature in Reason that's actually already in there. They just didn't know to look in the tool window or dig into the key commands, for example. Yeah, that's an issue, right? That's a problem. I often said that a lot of the things that's in the tool window, they should just be right there in the sequencer ready to go. Like pulling up the tool window to have to do some things, that just kind of seems a little archaic. If we got to go F8, all of these things that's in here, let me see real quick. Oh yeah, you can see it right here. All these things that's in here, pitch, note velocity. A lot of these things are in the piano roll, but a lot of these things, they should just be more readily available. Extract notes to lane. I mean, like, how useful is that guy? Explode. It's very useful for all of these things. Alter notes. I remember I did a one-on-one tutorial recently. The guy didn't even know about alter notes at all, right? You can alter and use like randomization in all of the instruments. Essentially, redrum can do it, sequencers can do it, and you can do alter notes inside of your clips inside of the sequencer. And it's like, it's there. It'll help you, develop different patterns and different melodies. But if you don't know it's there, then you don't even have the ability to do it. So this is what the sequencer looks like currently. And I can already see from the beginning of this document that we're definitely gonna have some changes in the way that the sequencer looks. So that's exciting, man. That's exciting. I wasn't supposed to play that sound effect, but hey, let's keep doing it. We'll use that sound effect if they do something we really like. If they do something we really like, we'll play that sound effect, okay? So I'm gonna try to go through the document, and I'm gonna also try to, see what's happening in the chat. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Reason Gang in the building, man. Finna mess up my stream deck. Look at this. I'm all excited, man. I'm just pumped, bro. All right, so let's keep on going. So sequencer update. What is the actual update, right? So we got the understanding, some things should be different, some things should be changed. But what is the actual sequencer update? In Reason 13, we've integrated the edit mode into the main sequencer view as an edit area. While not the most innovative idea, well, come on now, you can't do stuff like that. Come on now. You don't go cutting your nose to spite your face. Don't do that, right? No, look, this is innovative, okay? Everything we doing here is innovative, all right? This is kind of like, listen, whatever changes we do, they needed to be done, all right? It really makes it easier to keep track of where you are and doing deep editing while still seeing the arrangement at the same time. We've also removed the tool window. So there's an edit area in your edit mode. I got to see what that looks like. I got to see what they mean. And the words are not connecting to me. I got to see what that means. Because if we're saying piano roll, they haven't used the word piano roll. Hold on. Piano roll. Oh no, they don't mention piano roll. That's not okay. Because see, with the sequencer, one of the things we was hoping for was piano roll updates. So maybe that's what they're talking about with this edit area. I don't know. Let's keep going. We've also removed the tool window. Rest in peace, you bastard. Oh no, why'd they do that? Oh, they got rid of it altogether, and integrated all these features into the edit area and overhauled all context menus. All right, we even snuck in some editing feature here that are quite useful. Couple that with new zooming options, including dragging in the timeline, and getting around Reason 13 is both faster and more intuitive. We'll talk more about the nitty-gritty details as we get closer to the release. Okay, so no more tool window. They're making things a little bit easier to move around, easier to I'm a little confused about what they mean by this, because if I'm here in my sequencer, this is just the sequencer, and edit mode, if I hit Control E, this is essentially edit mode, right? And we all know this as piano roll. So I'm assuming that if this is our sequencer and this is edit mode, what they said is that this is going to be a different way. Like the way that you interact with those two windows are going to be completely different. We've integrated the edit mode into the main sequencer view as a new edit area. So it's going to have some flexibility there. It's not going to be, I feel like if you are new to Reason, you'll probably appreciate that. But I think if you're like accustomed to how Reason is, you might be a little thrown off a little bit. I can't wait. I cannot wait to get my hands on it so I can really see and feel. Because I'm like, listen, this is the only thing that I use to make music. And I'm very used to this ecosystem. I'm very used to this, Control E that puts me into my piano roll. I can get in there and start making my melodies. I'm very, very comfortable with, going into block mode. I'm very comfortable with double clicking and going into the piano roll, which I believe they're calling the edit window or edit area. I'm really accustomed to that. And so if they're saying this is somehow going to be free floating inside of the sequencer, then I'm not 100% sure what that's going to look like or how I'm going to feel about it. But nonetheless, we wanted changes now. We asked for changes. We hold on now. Hold. You asked for some changes now. Now you got your changes now. All right. Let's keep on going with the update, man. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Shout out to Reason, bro. Shout out to Reason, man. They really doing it, man. I didn't think we was gonna get Reason 13 this soon, honestly. I'm keeping it real with y'all. That's why I'm geeked. I didn't think it was gonna be Reason 13 this soon. I definitely didn't think it was gonna be like this year. I didn't see that coming, because a lot of people's like, when they did the 30-year anniversary, it's like, okay, that's the time to roll it out. That just happened, guys. That just happened. So if they didn't roll it out then, they could have teased something then, but they didn't. And now they made, that's interesting that they didn't. So when they didn't release it then, I really did think, oh, we're probably not going to see it then, because they haven't released anything at that time. But you know what I'm saying, they released it when they released it. So super cool. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. All right, let's keep on trucking on and see what else they got coming on. So that's the sequencer update. Devices. Finally, it wouldn't be a Reason upgrade without some new devices. Sidechain tool, gain tool, and stereo tool. I'll give y'all. I did see this somewhere else. I think there's another news article that we can get to where you can actually see some of these things. And when Mimic first was released, I was like, oh my God, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm waiting for. When Object came out, I was like, oh, this is something new, something different. Like, oh, I wonder what this is gonna be. And it's like, they had this whole rollout where it's like all super crazy, and it's so crazy, right? It's so crazy. And then so all of these different kinds of instruments and effects and stuff that they even BVX, I was like, oh yes, that sounds cool. Now these tools didn't give me that, but it feels like that's something that they are pushing, right? So I'm hoping that with these 3 tools, they are also going to implement some more tools. Like, we need a time tool. Like, can we get a time shift tool, right? Because the way that we're saying sidechain tool, gain tool, stereo tool, they sound like effects that we kind of already have, but maybe for people that are not in they don't know how to flip the rack and get to going with the patching, right? They don't know how to use a compressor correctly, right? Or even how to gain stage correctly. Then now you get a gain tool. Stereo imager could use some work, so the stereo tool could help. I don't know. I guess basically what I'm saying is, they are saying they got these new instruments, new devices, and these 3, I was just looking for some more, if I can say that. So I'm hoping that, I like the idea of what they're doing. Sidechain tool, gain tool, stereo tool. Okay, keep that going, because we need a pitch tool and we need a time tool. Time is really the biggest thing, okay? Halftime, RC20, like those VSTs that have that time changing principle where you can half time things and double time things. Those things really make the difference, man. They really give you something in your music, because a lot of people are using those styles of music these days. You create your melody and then you halftime that thing, so you can hear, oh, this is what it would sound like if it was pitched down and half-timed. And I think that would be a really cool tool. But anyway, I'm jumping in and inserting my thoughts before I even finish reading what it says. So let's keep on reading. So these different these different tools have been implemented. Okay, here we go. As the name implies, they each take on a common task and make it easier. Sidechain tool offers both automatic sidechain pumping, triggering pumping, and a regular compressor-based sidechain mode. Synchronous. Don't do that, Chris. Don't add in stuff. Read it, right? Read what it is they're saying. It even includes a send mode, so you can use it as a send effect for several channels. Gain tool is a utility for managing levels, panning, and routing, particularly useful for complex signal chains, combinators, reason rack plugin, or even just automating the level without messing with your mixer fader. Okay, cool. Last but not least, stereo tool, stereo widener, particularly designed to widen mono signals without causing phase issues. Super useful for guitar and vocals and subtractor. Okay, so cool. All right, cool. I'm glad. I'd love to try it and see what it's like. But man, wouldn't it just been great if it was like time tool or like some other tools in there? I gotta see sidechain tool. If sidechain tool accomplishes what I'm trying to accomplish with sidechaining as quickly as synchronous does it, well, okay, synchronous is more for like an effect, not for like if I'm trying to sidechain my kick and my bass. I guess if that's the way that tool is going to be used, then like I said, if you're not into flipping the rack and doing the patching and doing the routing, then I think that's okay. Hot take, here we go. Y'all ready for it? Here come the hot take. I think reason might be with these tools and other features, I think they might be phasing out flipping the rack. I think they might phase that out. If they phase out flipping the rack, you might see more tools like this. You might see more tools where you could just, instead of, routing, you would just have this tool that allows you to route, from an interface or something. I don't know how the tool actually works, but if that's how this sidechain tool works, then I think that could mean that, we're going to move and shift from this being the draw, or from this being the cool thing that Reason does that no one else does, the modeling side of routing and patching, and just move to a more, okay, listen, you want to be able to do this with your music, we're just going to make it easier for you to do this with your music. I don't know. That could be the case, could not be the case. We just got to keep checking it out to see. But that's my hot take. I think so. Because a lot of people, like, that's where a lot of people fall when it comes to Reason. It's just so crazy that it's like, the thing that makes us most unique is the thing that people struggle with a lot. Or the thing people need to learn from a lot. But it's cool. I mean, if you want to learn how to flip the rack and get your routing and patching, I think that there's people out there that'll help you. You know what I'm saying? I think there's some people out there. Maybe not. Hint, hint. All right. So anyway, let's look at what else they got for us. Monotone was a real workflow boost when it came out. I love monotone. Monotone will just give you some quick bass. Let me just pull up one real quick. Reason Studios monotone, so I'll show you guys what they're talking about. This is monotone right here. This guy, it's a bass synthesizer. Like I said before, it pretty much just creates some really dope bass sounds and patches and things like that. And let me see, one that I found recently. It doesn't have the word log. That was the problem. It doesn't have the word log in it, but it should have had the word log in it. It has this bass sound. I'm not going to try to find it because I don't know what it would be called in here. But it has really cool bass sounds, and it's very direct. It's very like straight to the point. This is about creating a bass sound, right? That's the idea about it. This is about creating a bass sound. So I liked it because it was very straightforward and to the point, and it was like, this is exactly what it is. It's not a whole lot of things for you to change or implement. It's like just very straight to the point. Let me see if I can just find the thing really fast. Come on. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. So this is I don't remember the original patch, but when I found that patch in monotone, that just was everything for me. That was everything, because I was looking for that kind of sound, and it's like a FM kind of sub type sound or whatever. But anyway, it's just really cool, the different things that they have, So let me just get back to what they are saying, because they brought up monotone. So I just wanted to show the world what monotone was in case y'all never seen it. Real great workflow boost when it came out. Immediate, intuitive, and with a great sound. In Reason 13, we wanted to do the same for classic polysynth sounds, and the result is Polytone dual layer synthesizer. A lot of words in there, but break it down. A synth lover synth, inspired by our favorite vintage hardware. We designed it to quickly create the warm analog sounds you know and love. And I like that. I like that. I like the way that sounds. That sounds good right there, okay? With the familiar and immediate interface, you'll feel right at home. However, it wouldn't be a Reason Studios instrument if we didn't tweak the formula. The oscillators include wave shaping and unique flavors of noise for more tonal variety than the classics. And best of all, Polytone has 2 layers that can be either stacked or morphed between for both super fat and evolving sounds. I do like the way that sounds now. I can almost hear in my head, so I'm liking the way that sounds. Okay, we got a new effect, Ripley Space Delay, a combined delay and reverb with vast modulation and sound shaping. We spend a lot of time with our favorite delay and reverb units, experimenting with algorithms. The result is a delay that can be both your go-to normal delay, but also a sound design playground for spacious effects from clean and from clean and digital taps and warm analog delay to crazy lo-fi chirps and washed out ambiances. It's perhaps the least workflow focused of all Reason 13 features, but it's a truly amazing device. All right, cool. So a new reverb delay type situation. Wrapping up with this one, and I'm pretty sure that there's another link that we can go to. That's a lot of words, but it's still not covered everything in Reason 13. We've actually redesigned the entire UI. Come on, y'all. That's what we was looking for. Redesigned the entire UI with a new color scheme, look, and layout too. There's a new top bar for navigating the different areas, and the dividers have been slimmed down to get out of your way. That's what I was thinking about earlier when they showed this image. This is like a first product image that we're getting here when we have these devices, browser, mixer, rack, sequencer up here at the top. That's not normally how Reason appears. I'll pull up my Reason just so you can see it. It's not how it appears, right? It's like all of these things, and you got to click through them to get to them, and yeah, that's just a lot of jumble mumble. But if you know your shortcuts, F7, F6, F5, then you can get around very fast, and you can do 2 at the same time, and you can just get into that real quick if you needed to, you know what I'm saying? But that's great that they actually made that change to the overall design. Okay, there's a new top bar. Yes, got that. Companion's also been refreshed and looks better than ever. It also finally handles the optional content that was previously downloaded from within Reason. Okay, cool. That's great. Okay, I think that's the gist of it. Yes, you can buy or upgrade. Okay, now let's look at the very front. New in Reason 13, we're going to get there. Hold on. The first time I looked at it, they changed their website. Oh, here you go. So you see the pricing and everything of the website. So of course, Reason Plus, you can get Reason Plus right now, and it's $1. If you get Reason Plus, it's $1, and then it's $19.99 a month. And that gets you the latest Reason version, the complete Reason rack. You get all that stuff. Cancel anytime. Of course, if you cancel though, then you don't have access to the software unless you buy the full version of the software. Okay, you lose access to all the things that you had access to. Reason 12, $4.99, a one-time payment. Okay, but it gives you those updates. It gives you different updates, not upgrades, but updates. So if there's a Reason 14, you don't just automatically get Reason 14. There will be an upgrade price. But if you get Reason 12 right now, then you get a free Reason 13 upgrade. And that's what I did when I got my Reason 12. I had bought Reason 11, and then I got the automatic upgrade for Reason 12 that year. So I had Reason 10. I didn't get Reason 11 right away. I was kind of like on the fence about getting Reason 11. I didn't get it right away. And then they came out with this, and they said, oh, if you upgrade, then you get the next one included. So I went ahead and got it, so that way I would have Reason 12 ready to go. Okay, so that's pricing and everything like that. Now there was one more that I wanted to see. I'm pretty sure there was one more in here because I was looking at it earlier. What's new page? Maybe here, because I know I was looking at it earlier. Oh, here we go. So if you go here here's some more stuff that we can see. So let's check this out. All right, from January 1st onwards, every purchase of or upgrade to Reason 12. So retroactively, look at that, from January 1. So if you bought it earlier in the year, you are retroactively from January 1 and onward, every purchase or upgrade to Reason 12 includes a free upgrade to Reason 13. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Reason 13 will, of course, also be available to all Reason Plus subscribers. That's why I like that about that, man, because you just got it immediately. If you have, so not if you have Reason 12 just in general, like anybody, but if you got Reason 12 January 1, from January 1 onwards, every purchase or upgrade to Reason 12 includes a free upgrade. So not if you got it last year, if you got Reason 12 last year, or like me, I got Reason 12 5 years ago when it released, or 3 years, however long it's been. If you got it way back then, no, it doesn't include it, right? But if you got it this year, at the start of this year, then moving forward, then you would get it. So that's good. I mean, that's 6 months. That's like within 6 months, they did an upgrade to the system, and then they said, okay, we're gonna, you get it free because, it's very close, you know what I'm saying? So not only just right now, but sounds like retroactively, and somebody gonna have to correct me if that's not correct, but I'm reading this. Somebody take a screenshot of that, you know what I'm saying? So they can't say that they never said it or something like that. But I'm reading this, and based on what this says to me, it says from here on out, from January 1st onward, every purchase includes upgrade to 13. So that's dope. Now, if you got it before January 1st, to me that sounds like, you don't get it. That's a good question. I just saw that question pop in and said, how much is the upgrade in general? So let's look at that. Let's hit buy now. They're probably gonna ask me to sign in or something. Oh no, they're not. Well, hold on. Well, let's look at this, right? So if you had Reason 11 and you wanted to upgrade to Reason 12, it would be $199. So they actually don't have the prices for Reason 13 currently. If you don't have Reason at all, if you've been using Reason Plus, or you don't have any version of Reason, a legit version, by the way, because those Pirate Bay serial numbers are not going to work for this. But if you have a legit version that you've purchased, if you don't have a legit version, so you don't have a legit version at all, you've never purchased it at all, if you buy Reason 12 right now for $499, then you already have that upgrade to 13 included, right? So that's if you're just like completely brand new to the system, completely brand new, right? I like that. Okay, Jonathan said $500 is 25 months of Reason Plus. That's 2 years and 1 month. You might want to think about that, because just buying the software in total, and I don't want to turn this into a should you buy or not buy type situation. It's just a part of the conversation, because I'm not getting anything if you buy anything anyway. I have a link in my description, but I don't even think that link works. So I don't know. Maybe somebody want to try it out for me and see if it works. But nonetheless, all I'm saying is Jonathan just made a very, important point that he just made, which is, hey, for the cost of having it all, just having it, right? For the cost of having it, purchasing it full out, you can have it for 2 years and have Reason Plus. And what does Reason Plus includes? Well, Reason Plus means in 2 years, if they decide to come out with a new instrument or a new effect, or if they come out with a new player, if they come out with any of these new things, a lot of the times it's included with Reason Plus. But if you only just have the full version of the software, then that means you have to buy the actual new instrument, effect, or device. Okay, it's only whatever they come out with at the time. So if you want to have some foolproof, then you might go Reason Plus, so that way in 2 years you've paid the same amount that you paid if you paid for the full software, but you also got the added benefits of having the sound packs, the different loops and things that are coming in those sound packs, things like that. You'll have access to all those things. So to answer the question very quickly, in my mind, if you have Reason 12 and you wait for the 13 to come out, it'll probably be $199, because that's what the upgrade price has been before. unless they decide to change that upgrade price and do like a 50% type thing and push it up to $250. I would hope that they wouldn't. It seems as though the upgrade price is $199 currently if you had a previous version. And I remember they said that too, like you could upgrade to Reason 12 from like any version, I think, after 7 or something like that. I don't know, but the latest version is included. Let me not try to say too much and say the wrong thing. I'll just say it would be worth it. It'll be worth it either way. I think you get the upgrade or not. Well, let me save that because I'm not even 100% sure I'm at worth it or not. I'm not even at the worth it conversation. We're just still trying to check it out. Okay, so here we go. Browse your way. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can really see it. Browse your way. All patches, samples, and loops are now in one place. The new browser. Find the perfect sound by filtering on anything from name and kind to categories and tags. Just type what you're looking for and the browser will give you suggestions, or use the category and tag buttons to filter your way to a new sound. So that's interesting. So we got bass. Oh, we have some breakdown. So bass, acoustic, synth, because that's what I've been looking for as well. Just kind of looking for create instrument. Just looking at this bass loop, synth bass. I hope you can make a new category, because the thing that I've been hoping for and looking for, Arturia does it really well. Arturia will give you the option of like these different kinds of tags. Like if I'm looking for a soft synth, then it will give me, you know what I'm saying? It'll break it down as soft synths. Or if I'm looking for a hard lead, or if I'm looking for, I like the way that it breaks down there. Reason has like, okay, bass, and you have acoustic, synth, electric, but it's like I want it to break down a little further, right? It's like I needed to break down a little further, okay? And so I like how in here, let me see, it's types, okay, instrument, yeah, styles, here we go. So it's like all of these styles break down as well. So if I'm looking for a certain kind of genre, this is what I'm looking for. Genre, styles, look, bright, simple, complex, dark, soft, sad, like these different kinds of words. And I'm hoping like maybe there's a way you can set some characteristics in your browser for certain kinds of sounds and certain kind of instruments. So I know if I click sad, I want some sad, I don't know, sad 70s. I want to see what are those instruments that's pulling up. It's giving me an electric piano. I got a soft lead. I got some strings, and I got some keys. I got 4 instruments that could start my music. And this is all off the top of the dome right here. I got 4 sounds that could start my music off. That's what I'm looking for Reason's new browser to do. Okay, that's what I'm looking for Reason's new browser to do. Because currently it's like, you know, what you get currently, you know, if I'm here, if I'm in instruments, or if I even go to factory sounds, like the breakdown is by instrument. It's not even like a breakdown, like, okay, you get these sounds right here, but like, this is not like soft or hard or anything, like, you know, like it's only broken down so far. Like here's the leads. You open up the leads folder and it's like hundreds of leads, right? So it's just like all these leads, but it's like, are they hard leads? Are they soft leads? Are they rhythmic leads? Like it's just a bunch of leads. Like bass has a subcategory, acoustic, electric, and synth bass, but that's what I'm looking for the new browser to do. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking for the new browser to have that, and it kind of sounds like we're getting closer to that. But I like the way Arturia is doing it. I like that. I'm gonna do that. So tag your, oh, there we go. All content and Reason is now categorized and tagged to let you explore sounds in a whole new way. That includes all sound bakes, all Reason studio devices, and all sound packs. Over 20 years of sound design for you to use and abuse. Anything that isn't already tagged by us can be tagged by you. Let's go. Okay, I need to actually start reading before I make all my little comments. Okay, I promise I'm gonna actually read it all the way through. That just got me hyped. Did you see me, bud? Did you see me? I gotta, we gotta do that again. Oh, yes. All right, sequencer upgrade. The sequencer has been split into 2. With the new edit area, it's easy to get down and dirty with the details in your music without losing your way in the arrangement. Now I can see what it is Now I can see. Let me see. Now I can see what it is, how it's going to look. Let me zoom in a little bit. No. Now I can see. Hold on. Let me. The edit area is like Ableton's. I'm not happy. I'm not hype. I'm not hype with that. I'm not hype. If there's not an option to not do this and just get my full piano roll, if there is not, I'm tell you right now, I'm tell you straight up. If there is not an option for me to not use it this way, because I hate that Ableton does this. If there is not an option for me to use it the other way, if there is not an option, I will not be getting this. I wish I had a sad button. Oh, I wish I had a sad button on my little Stream Deck here. Because if this is the new direction, it sounds tough. It's all about workflow. This is going to stagnate my workflow. It's going to slow me down because I hate it already in Ableton. I hate that Ableton does this. So if this is what we're looking for, like this split window kind of situation, I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed in that. I don't know. I gotta see it. I gotta use it. I hope it is an option. I don't know. I gotta use it. Do you see the difference though? Like the difference between just this tag system, them implementing this tag system, that took me up here. That took me all the way. That took me all the way where I needed to be. Them doing this Ableton. Let's move on. Let's go to the next one. It's got the look. Reason 13 doesn't just sound good, it also looks good. Together with the sequencer, the entire Reason interface has been updated. It might not necessarily improve your music, but it will make it easier to find your way around. They gotta show me a version. Like I see the X, they gotta show me a version where I can have the edit window full screen at the very least. It's gotta be at the very least full screen, bro. At the very least, it's gotta be full screen. New sounds for you. Fall in love with your favorite devices again in Reason 13. We've updated our sound library. Okay, an overall update to the sound library. Okay, in Reason 13, we've updated our sound bank library with all new patches, samples, Rex loops, demo songs, and song starter templates. Sometimes your own sound starts with one of our sounds. They got some sound. They got some what's this called? Some samples. Y'all can go check them samples out. Polytone dual layer. I will actually play this one. So let me come over here to my Reason and stop this guy real quick. And let's play some of the Polytone dual layer synthesizer. So here's what the new instrument looks like. Polytone dual layer in synthesizer 3000 4500. Here's what it looks like. This is not as simple as monotone. But I guess when you get into polytones versus monotones, things get a lot more complex because it's not just one tone. But I thought they were going to go more, simplified, like monotone is simplified, and just tuck away some of the things that you can do with monotone. I thought they would do that, but they didn't do that. So let's actually listen to some of these. I got to put my headphones on to actually listen to it. Hold on real quick. No. Okay, here we go. This is Stranger Things. That Bon Voyage that. Goodbye. The upside down, yes, yeah, we get it. So that's obviously. It's a nice synth plug. That's Okay. Ripley space delay. So this is the space delay. Let's blow this guy up too so we can see what it looks like. Here's what the space delay looks like. We'll zoom into it so we can see it. Has some echo with some reverb together. Got an LFO in there. Looks like we got some different effects, noise, distortion, digital, a ducker as well. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. I feel like we could go somewhere with this. That's fly. Okay, for sure, for sure, for sure. All right, cool. So that's that. That's what that guy looks like. Let's hear it. Okay. Oh, look, you have an effects on and effects off button. What? Nah, I didn't know that. Okay. Y'all hear that guitar? So this is with the effect off. Let's hit it with the effect on. Oh, I thought this was gonna be the one I would skip. I like the way that sounds. Oh, this is perfect. Because you know what it is? It's like whatever sound you have, whatever instrument you're using, whatever you have, right? Whatever it is, just throw this guy on it, and now immediately you have like a new sound. Like you have like a variation, and I love that. That's perfect because that sounds like you could make your whole track with just that, right? And that would be perfectly fine. But you throw this guy on it, and now it's like, that's dope. Oh wow, it's just like one. Okay. I like that synth in general. This sounds like that one guy with the bald head that did the rumble tutorial. I can't think of his name, but he has a YouTube channel about music production, and well, he's a Reason ambassador. I just cannot think of his name, but it sounds like he made that with the rumbles. Yeah, it's like an instant. Like a lot of people have had this like complaint or have said things in the past about Reason being thin or sounding thin or something of that. You know, a lot of people have had that complaint, and I feel like this is one of those things that it's like, it's not thin. It's an open canvas. And it just allows you to add more colors. So this is going to be another one of those, add more colors. And as you add more colors, as you do your sound design, you unlock the sound you were looking for, right? Because I'm looking at this, like I have so many ways that I'm thinking how this can be implemented. Like how you can use this to fatten up drums, to fatten up piano, pads, like synth, like all the ways that they showed their sound examples. Like that really does sound dope. It's one of those things too. It's like, imagine them like, oh man, we working on something real dope, man. Y'all gonna really like this. We working on this dope, and we could just give y'all this right now, because it's not even anything that's like happening in it that's like, we couldn't give it to you right now in Reason 12, but we gonna wait for Reason 13. Like I feel like that's what this is. And I feel like there's probably like 3 or 4 other instruments that they're working on that's like, yeah, we're gonna release this over time. Like by December of 2024, we'll probably have at least one more instrument or one more effect that didn't come out in June with Reason 13. That's my hot take. You can take it with you, and Chris said it first, and if it comes out true, we're gonna come back to this video and be like, dang, Chris did say it first, and I don't know nothing. I'm gonna get to that too, but I'm gonna get to, I'm gonna get to it right now. A lot of people be like, "Oh, Chris got the inside scoop," or like, Chris don't know nothing, y'all. I really don't. Sometimes I guess, and I make good guesses, right? But I have not received an email. I ain't received a text message. I ain't received an Instagram DM. I got nothing. Okay, I'm listening and finding the information in real time, just like everybody else. Okay, beta testers wanted. And I don't even want to click this button. I did some beta testing for some of the other instruments and effects. I don't even want to click this button. I'm gonna just wait for June, like everybody else, so I can experience it like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want. Yeah, I'm gonna experience it like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't gonna touch. No, Francois. Nope. I ain't gonna touch that bet. I ain't touching it. I ain't even gonna sign up unless somebody come drop it off to my house personally. Nope. Unless somebody come drop me a package off, says this is for Chris Reed's eyes and Chris Reed's eyes only. Unless somebody come drop me a package off like that, that's the only way I'll be. I'll just wait for June. I'll wait for June. Not because I don't want to, because my feelings is hurt. I thought y'all loved me. Reason. All right, well, get over yourself, little YouTuber. Get over yourself, you little YouTuber. All right, y'all. That's reason 13, man. What y'all think? Okay, now I gotta set up my little chat window. I gotta set up my chat so I can see what y'all think, man. You little YouTuber. Who you think you are, little YouTuber? Shoot. We gotta show this guy a thing or two. He think he's special or something. Gotta show this. Gotta knock him down a peg or two. All right, so we got 130 votes. 130 votes. Only a few people saying that they will not. Right? Like at all. Only a few people saying that they will not purchase it. Majority of people saying, yeah. I'm gonna upgrade to Reason 13. If you bought Reason 12 recently, that'll be dope. If you bought Reason 12 recently, that'll be dope, because then you already get that, right? You already get it. Okay. So let's see. I hope the floating browser window works well. I like having everything in one window. I don't want to have the browser behind my session and now I'm clicking and trying to figure out where everything is. Andrew, I'm right there with you, my boy. I'm right there with you, man. I bet they will treat it. Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to do that. I'm sorry. Okay. I bet they will treat it. I bet they will treat it like they do Windows frames currently. I hope not, though. I mean, I hope. I don't know. We just got to see it. I hope there will be an option between new and old sequencer. That would be cool. It looks like the editor will be up front instead of the middle. Let me see. What are we talking about here? Gray Key says, I'm already feeling the new browser. All right, man. Oh, strum feature. Yeah. Well, one of the things that I always said was a lot of things that you could do with Polystep Sequencer, should just be implemented into the piano roll. Polystep Sequencer has a chord creator, strum. It has a strum mode. It has a lot of stuff, right? That if you just took some of those things and put them into the sequencer, we would be right where we need to be. Hey, Major Keys, what's up, man? What's up, my brother? Hit the like button. Seth Nitty, shout outs to Seth Nitty up in here. Appreciate you. The Reason community got to do better. Support, man. Likes really do help the channel. I would appreciate it if you guys like, if you haven't liked already. But I'm used to like live streams. A lot of times people watch live streams on TVs and just different devices where they can't hit the like button and whatever. So I understand for those that's in that case. Now, for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Drop a comment then. Drop a comment. Drop something in the chat. Let us know you're here and you just don't want to hit the like button. All right, it's all good. I appreciate y'all. Polytone has a Prophet vibe to my ears. I like it. Yeah, I like it too. I like it too. I like it too. I like a synth that can recreate or emulate old game console sounds / instruments. I was just working with somebody actually like it's more so like you just need a bit crusher. You just need a bit crusher. Who's this? Jonathan. You really just need a bit crusher. If you get a really good bit crusher, you will be able to emulate that sound. So you could take any of the Reason synths, any of the Reason sounds, and just put a bit crusher on it, right? And as you crush that down, you crush it down to 8-bit, 16-bit, you'll start hearing that game console sound. You'll start hearing that. Definitely can get it to sound like a Game Boy, you know, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. You can get it all the way down to Super Nintendo, you know. You could do it. You could do it. It could be done. It could be done. What's up, Chris Joshua? What's up, man? My channel members up in here, man. What are channel members up in here? Chris Joshua up in here. Shout outs to Chris Joshua, channel member supporting the channel. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Join the channel. You help to support this channel. If you hit the join channel and you get some exclusives. I try to release exclusive every month, samples or, you know, opportunities to hang out with me. Chris Joshua got a free one-on-one tutorial because he was signed on as a member. So shout outs to that. There are some if you join the membership, the channel membership have YouTube. You support me and you support the channel, but also you get some added benefits. You get all of my sound packs, any of my patches or any combinators, things that I have. A lot of times people will like go to a old video and they'll be like, hey, I really like that sound, or hey, I really like that patch that you created, but the link is not working. The link is not working because that link is for my channel members now. So if you're a channel member and you want to download that, then be a channel member, help support the channel, and then you get access to that. Otherwise, it's not there. And that's just one of the things about having a community. And, you know, you want to give something exclusive to the community. You see what I'm saying? You see how that works? But anyway, shout outs to channel members. I saw Chris Joshua in here. Appreciate you. Sasha says he bet I will click. I bet I won't, Sasha. I bet I don't. I bet I won't be clicking that. I bet I won't. I bet I won't be clicking it. I mean, if I click it and get it, I can't show y'all nothing. All right, I can't tell y'all nothing. Then I'm barred by secrecy. If I join the beta, then it's like, oh, well, you can't say nothing, Chris. You can't. Like you can't show nothing. You can't do no live streams. You do a live stream, they might accidentally see. So, you know, then I had to have two versions. I had to have the Reason 13 beta on my computer and Reason 12. One day I might click the wrong one, right? So anyway, maybe. To be honest, I think Reason has enough devices already. How about they update the DAW to compete with FL Studio? Everybody gonna be in competition either way. How it sounds, it's always gonna be our competitions. A lot of people was asking about stem separation. As I'm looking through I just read everything, and I did the Control F to do a find. There is no stem separation. I need something too. Hold on, I'm gonna find something right now. There's no stem separation currently in Reason 13. The June release that's coming up for Reason 13 will not include stem separation. Currently, that's what it's saying. Hold on, I gotta find this real quick. Here we go. Y'all giving me all this extra stuff. Aww. Yeah, there we go. That's what we need right there. Y'all could hear that. Aww. Yeah. Aww. Okay. Aww. Okay, stop. Okay. Thank you. I just needed one. All right, cool. Willie Jackson Jr., what's up, man? Shout out to you. I'm on 13 the second that it drops. Y'all already know we gonna be doing a live stream. I'm gonna have to call me another babysitter. I'll be like, listen, Reason 13 just dropped. I need to go live. Okay, I need to go live. We need to do this. Okay, look, it was over 100 people in here today. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Turn me up. Oh, put my music back on. So no stem separation, y'all. No stem separation, but humbug. If you have Reason Plus good, could we go back to Reason 12? Well, you always can have the option of having, multiple. I think at one point I had Reason 10, 11, and 12 installed on my computer, but then I started to get some glitchiness. I started to get some issues, so then I just started uninstalling them. So I think that's up to you if you want to keep both. And then of course, that's the thing. Like once you purchase, you have access to go back and download the other versions. There's a link on Reason that will allow you to download the other versions. So you always have that option, and you just have to uninstall 13 if you want the best result. Uninstall 13 and then just go ahead and install the new one. So you will have that option, but unfortunately, no, there's no. You'll be able to go back to 12, but I don't know why I keep saying there's no stem separation. I guess I'm just trying to get it through people's head or something. The sequencer is low key like Ableton with the editing. Exactly, Willie. And that's not what I'm looking for, man. I want independent zoom for the rack versus DAW, and I want devices zoomed in and sequencer zoomed out. I feel that. One thing I did say about this is just a way to zoom in and zoom out easier. So like, I need a shortcut. Like the same way I can zoom in and out in here, the sequencer, I want to be able to do that on the rack and just the overall application. So currently, if you want to zoom in, you have to go to application zoom, and then you have to set the zoom strength that you want. And that's one thing that I'm hoping for, is to be able to independently zoom a little bit better, so I can feel you on that. I want selective effects, like one part of the stem and not the rest of the stem, if that's not already a feature. I don't think, no, it's not a feature because they don't work with stems. I'm excited about the 5 devices. Like I said, they got these tool kind of situations where it's like a tool, a gain tool, stereo tool, time tool is the one. I don't know what it is that needs to happen in order for you to do that, but like the halftime, double time, triplet time, pitching, all of that stuff, that needs to be implemented. We need a device. We need it to be in the feature. Like you could bounce it and then you can time stretch, but that's just like steps. It's just a lot of steps, and we need something a little faster. I actually like the split sequencer window. Okay. I've been using Bitwig recently to change things up, and I actually really enjoy working with audio tracks. Okay, so I'll give you that, Michael, for audio tracks. I'll give you that. But overall, I just need it to be one window that's full screen where I can see my audio track and be able to really see the transients. I don't like that split screen situation. Like Bitwig does it, Ableton does it. I'm not a fan of that personally. But hey, if you like it, man, shout outs to you. Shout out to everybody. Okay, the audio editing has improved. I heard that it's good. Black Friday for me, if it's more than $130. I think that upgrade will be like $199. I don't think it's gonna be that low. Thanks for the tip. Are there any good bit crushers I could use in the rack? Yeah, what's the name has a bit crusher actually? Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. I can never think of their name. Kilohertz has a bit crusher. As you play around with these values, you'll start to crush the sound a little bit more. Hold on real quick. And if you turn turn this up, it turns into more like a filter. So this bit crusher is affecting the entire sound right now. I hope that wasn't like super loud, but this bit crusher is affecting the entire sound right now. But if you start to do that on just individual instruments, then you're gonna get that sound, right? You're gonna get that vibe where it's like, oh, okay, cool, we're getting there. There are better ones even than this one, but this one is free from Kilohertz. So yeah, check it out. I think well, let me see. If I go to screen. Yeah, even Scream 4 has a digital, and it'll kind of give it that bit crushy kind of sound to it. And it's about doing the sound design, right? So, but Scream 4 is there. It has digital. You can use Scream 4 as well. Let me see. Stem separation is so widely available, I'm not tripping if Reason doesn't have it. Yeah, like Rip-X DAW. I've been using Rip-X DAW. I use Rip-X DAW to get the Kendrick acapella for Euphoria, and I'm about to start cooking up some beats to that. Rip-X DAW, if you guys are not familiar with Rip-X DAW, it has it. Fruity Loops, of course, has it. So yeah, it's way more updates. They just haven't put them up yet. I think it's gonna be the biggest update so far. That's interesting. That's hot take from Seth. Hot take. Reason Studios better pull their fingers out there, okay, and get the stem separation. Maybe. I mean, well, it was two things. Okay, we addressed one of the elephants in the room, but not the other elephant in the room. So one of the elephants in the room was stem separation. But the other elephant in the room was AI. And I haven't seen or heard anything that says anything about AI for this release, right? So that is something that also was supposed to be included, or not to say supposed to be included, but people have been diving further and further into AI, and there was no mentioning of AI in this release so far either. The McEastlands, what up, man? What up, Kenny Mac? Another channel member. Appreciate you, man, for coming through. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm definitely in. I'll be checking it out. If not for anything, I gotta check out to make sure that it doesn't have that thing where it doesn't let you move the sequencer window, the edit world. That can't be there. That's not okay. That's not gonna be okay if that's the case. Retrospective recording, I mean, they haven't mentioned anything. They didn't mention anything about that. I think there's gonna be way more things released, but it's kind of one of those things like we gotta get the bugs out and make sure that it actually works before we tell people it's gonna be in the software, so that way they don't say it's in there and then they have to come out with it later, right? Like, imagine they're working on something, it's like, okay, it's not ready to release in June, but we can get it ready by August, or something like that. So you don't release the news before it's ready to go in. That's all I'm thinking. Maybe. For now, no WoW device with the 13 announcement. Maybe later. Yeah, because the poly, what's the other thing we was looking at? The poly thing was cool. So this is a big part of the update. New sequencer, new change to these things. Polytone was a new instrument, but is it a WoW? It's not a WoW. Ripley is WoW. Now, Ripley, in my opinion, is a WoW. I think that, well, it's like a whoa. It's missing that last W. But from the examples, from the sound examples, I would say Ripley's a wow. I would say that's pretty dope. I'd say that's pretty dope. I said they need to have like a lot of patches, combinator patches, and different things that you can use with it. I think that is a wow, though. I think that's a wow. So, but I know what you mean in terms of like Mimic was a wow. Even Kong way back in the day, like, came out with Kong. Kong was a wow. Dr. Octorex. Europa was pretty dope. I'm just trying to think of like new things. Like, let me see some Reason 12 release. Let me see the Reason 12 release notes. I want to see the very first release notes. Wow, you can see the release notes all the way back to version 4. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see. I just want to see Reason 12. Okay, these are the notes for Reason 12. As soon as I pull it up, it goes to a whole nother section. Wow. So Reason 12, improved browser search. Reason's now high resolution. Rack extensions are now available. Optional devices: Clang, Pangea, Humana, Radical Piano. Those are wows. Those were wow instruments. To update these if they're already installed, first remove them. No. The mix, no, that's not when they came out. They came out before then. No. Application zoom. No, I need something else that shows me. Okay, added new device, Mimic Creative Sampler. So it did come in Reason 12, 12.1. Added new device. Let me see. Sweeper modulation effect. Okay, so it had a lot of new effects come out in Reason 11. Master bus compressor. Those are good things. Let me see. New device. Memory creative sampler. Nah, alright. I had to find somewhere else what I'm looking for. But essentially just saying, like, in the past, what were the wow devices? You know? So, I don't know. Ripley is dope. Ripley's dope. Not like make me get a new upgrade for it dope, though. Maybe you can suggest that to Reason Studios customer service or something. Maybe he could. I am used to Reason, but I don't know about the upgrade. I need to listen to the beginning of the live feed. There will have to be major upgrades to the sequencer piano roll, or I'll be learning. Yeah. Reason delivered, to be honest. 13 is giving music making. I agree. Especially if I think people that are brand new to making music, people that are brand new to beats, and people that are brand new to Reason are going to really appreciate this version of Reason compared to other versions of Reason, because it seems as though they're moving to a more simpler model of making the music, and they're making things easier to use and easier to handle with your computer and just with your productivity. It's just making things a lot easier now. So I think that people now, or people who are new to it, will really appreciate this version of Reason 13, because the change to the sequencer, it's just made things simpler, and it just makes a lot of sense. Things that we've been saying for the past couple years since we've been using Reason 12, those things have been worked out. So now people are going to be able to appreciate, you know, these new things. They're not even going to understand, like in the past, like people, you know, before they had audio and before they had recording audio and everything like that, like people in the past would be like, they won't know how we feel today. Like now it's like an oversight. It's like, oh yeah, you can record audio, but in the past you couldn't record audio, right? So in the past that was like a really big thing, that you couldn't record audio. So we can overlook it today, and it'll be things like that. It'll be like, wow, we always wanted our sequencer to do this, and we always wanted the piano roll to do this. And people who are new to Reason 13, they won't even know that we've been dealing with that, or we've been wanting it, or we've been hoping for it, right? It'll just be like, oh wow, y'all never had that? Oh, sucks for you. But it still looks and feel like Reason, you know? It still looks and feels like Reason though. Selective effects, I mean, like, let's say I lay down vocals and I just want one word to echo and not the whole thing. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I mean, there's workarounds that you could do in order to get your one word to echo or whatever. There's workarounds that you could do to do that. Maybe we'll look into that one day, Chris. I'll show you how you can do it. Using a version earlier than Reason 9 is nasty work. There's some people that's out there still using a version earlier than that. There's some people out there. You know what I'm saying? There's some people out there. Still no MIDI routing. I think there's going to be some, Macho Man. I think they just haven't mentioned it. Especially if you're talking about MIDI between, like when you're using the Reason Rack device and your other DAW. I think they're gonna have something to make that easier. There's already things that's there, but I don't use other DAWs with Reason Rack or anything like that, so I never got deep down into that or whatever. But yeah, just some more. Screen size looks like it's gonna be adjustable. How did I do this? What happened? Where am I at? I scrolled down too much. Okay, here we go. I hope they updated scale and chords. Chip Crusher by Plaug is the best bit crusher. Okay, Chip Crusher. Look into that. Mimic has a bit crusher too. Yes, they does. Yes, some great free bit crushers in the store. Kilohertz, cool things. Okay, yeah. So check out those crushers, bit crushers. I wish they would update their devices instead of treating them like one and done and forgetting them. Europa is their flagship, but needs updates to bring it up to par with a free synth like Vital. I have to check out Vital to see what is Vital doing that's so dope for you to say that. That's interesting. So I haven't heard of Vital synth. Is Vital free? Vital is from who? Who's Vital from? Vital. I've never heard of Vital. But there are a lot of things that other DAWs are doing that, or even other synths. There are a lot of things that other synths are doing that are pretty cool. Just even how you like change and update the sounds. Europa as an instrument has just been like, really dope. And it's one of those things that's like, it's so much going on there that you can still get lost in it. But to be honest with you, in terms of patches and sound design, you don't even have to go Europa as something new. Like sometimes Thor will get the job done. Like, you know, it just like, there's a lot of things in Thor, right? There's a lot happening in Thor that for you to learn the routing, and if you route it a certain way, it will change the sound a certain way. Europa has a really cool, because you can actually like change this, like the wave amount, and you can do a lot of modulation. It's like a lot of stuff in Europa. You get a lot of different sounds from it. It's never been aesthetically pleasing for me, or like I should say, like it's definitely a huge sound design capability. Like it has a lot that you could do, but it's not friendly. It's not friendly for me, right? To create that. Like Object is weird. I'm gonna say a weird thing that might not make sense. Object had a little bit more of a friendlier It's weird because honestly, I would not try to create a sound with the modeling and everything like that. I wouldn't, but just something about the layout, the way you use object and the way that it looks, it did appeal to me, not like Europa. So even though I could get in and make a sound with Europa way faster than I could with object, I would be more interested in changing a sound or manipulating a sound in object than I would in Europa, especially with the whole flip it around and use this external end. All you got to do is drop a drop a loop on that external end and you got some really cool sounding sounds. So I guess that's the difference. I guess that is the difference. I guess it matters that Europa's a little old compared to object. I guess that does matter. So I guess you're absolutely right. They need to do some updating to some of these older instruments. And I don't know, something tells me that maybe they did. Something tells me I think that they might have. Something tells me I think that they might have. I think they might have. I wish they would update the Audiomatic to have features like morphing. Yes, the RC. Yes, now I'm with you there. I definitely need some RC20 style effects. The time stretching, the time effects. Those are definitely things that I'm looking for and I'm interested in. I'm good with Serato for stems for now. I have RipX, FL stems, MPC stems, Serato stems. We got enough tools for stems. Gray Keys got stems on top of stems, y'all. It's not a song out there that he can't get the stems for now. What about note repeat shortcuts in the sequencer like Fruity? Note repeat, they have a note repeat effect. Like they have a note repeat patch that you can get. I'll show real quick. Even if you just go here to Reason Sounds and then hit repeat. I didn't spell repeat correctly. Repeat. I put a O or something weird. No. Here we go. Go to repeat. It's a beat repeat. Repeat. Here. Oh my. I keep putting an O. REPAT. Okay. There's a beat repeater patch right here. It works really well. It's a combinator. I'll add it onto my. You might not even be talking about this, but I'm gonna add this in here and see if that's what you're talking about. Wait a minute. There's a better one than this one though. Where's the other one at? There's a better beat repeater. There's another one. What's this? Repeat my beat. Oh, it's a sequence. No, I don't want that one. 4-stage beat repeater. Okay. 4-stage beat repeater is cool because as soon as you hit the... I hope that's what you were talking about because I just did the whole demonstration on it. So you can change the values of the repeats up here. 4-stage echo beat repeater. I hope that's what you're looking for. I don't know, but either way, we'll just play that. They have that, I guess. I don't know. Maybe didn't ask. Anyway, note repeat. But that's a way for you to do. I think you might have been asking for something different. Actually, you might have been asking for something different. I think I know what you're asking for now. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Reason needs better hardware integration. Okay. Technically, Reason already has AI in its players and other brands that talk about AI. It's not really, it's just used as a buzzword. Artificial intelligence. Reason has really good algorithms that can do alterations and randomizations. The idea of artificial intelligence is different from using an algorithm and to do alterations and randomizations. That's why I'm asking, like, oh, are they gonna use AI? Like, RipX DAW, for example, can use AI. You can type in words and it will give you a sound, right? You can type in, you want it to sound like this, and it will give you a sound. That's what I'm referring to when I say AI. It's using something to create something that doesn't already exist. A Reason Rack controller would be a dream come true. Nectar is the one that people keep bringing up. I'm gonna start. I said I was gonna check out Nectar. They said that the Nectar plugins work really good, like Nectar Panorama P4. These Nectar controllers work really well with Reason. So if you're looking for one that works well with Reason, Nectar is a good place to go. There are other ones that work pretty good as well, but they're saying Nectar is really good for Reason. But I hear you on the dedicated one. Like FL has one that's dedicated, I think from Novation or something like that. A dedicated Reason Rack controller would be super dope. I just need the MIDI routing, key and scale locked globally, and I'm good. They can keep the synths and the auto backup if it crash. That's funny. Yeah, global key and scale. Yes. Global key and scale would be dope. That's what Polystep Sequencer can do. That's what Scales and Chorus can do. But it's only within those players, right? A global, yeah, I like the way that sounds too. Global scale and key, where you can lock that in. That would be dope. That would be dope. They need to update Mimic too. I like Mimic. If they update it, cool. But if they don't, I'm still able to use it exactly how I want to use it. I would be happy. Seratos has stem separation. There are too many people making that. It doesn't make sense for Reason to develop that. They can focus on editing functions for audio and MIDI. Maybe add spatial mixing. I think their time stretch and like pitch, like I think all of that stuff could be more of a priority than stem separation. Object was a wow to me, even though we didn't ask for it. I mean, ain't that the thing? Like you ask for something and then don't get the thing you asked for, but then like the things you asked for you don't get, right? Like that's crazy, right? I think it's cheesy them having new devices when we all use VSTs now. Well, they it's a big part of what Reason is their devices. The big part of Reason is the fact that their stock sounds, their stock devices can do a lot of what other DAWs just cannot do. They don't have that sound, they don't have that vibe, they don't have that feel, but Reason does. So that's always been like the major go-to with them is their instruments. And their instruments, I mean, that's the reason why they have the Reason Rack plugin, is because people want their instruments and their effects inside of other DAWs. So it's like, it's a good example in my head, but I'm not able to pull it out. It's like somebody that they're a car company, but they make like the best tires. It's like, we're a car company, we make the whole car, but really we're known for our tires. So it's like all the cars come for our tires. It's like that, right? It's like, you know, so should they stop making tires because everybody else has tires? Like, no, this is what we're known for, so we're gonna keep doing it. We're just gonna keep making the best ones. There's definitely rivals. There are definitely VSTs that rival them, that, you know, but for stock, for the idea of it being stock, like, hey, this comes with the DAW. Yeah, come on. Yes, you can go pay $500, $600 or how much ever it costs for different VSTs, you know, to get their sounds, but no one is purchasing the stock FL Studio instrument. No one is purchasing the stock Ableton instrument or effect. Like, no one is purchasing those things. It's just like, they're just stock, right? It's like, oh, FL keys. Like, who's purchasing FL keys for real? People purchase Radical Piano. People purchase Process Piano. People purchase reasons like different piano sound banks and stuff like that. Nobody's purchasing FL keys. It's just a stock sound. but it's like, you know, they put so much effort into that stock sound. Reason just puts a little bit more effort into their stock sounds. I got the V collection, don't need any more synths. I mean, Arturia, that's what I'm saying. Like, Arturia is really great. Arturia is really great. It's just not, it's not a stock anything. It's their own thing that you have to go purchase. So if you go purchase it, then it's cool. Mimic is a game changer. Absolutely. The need to steal the independent note lanes like in Logic with using a drum machine. Not sure what that means. Mimic was and still is pretty impressive to me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just me that wants improved pitch correction. Nope, you're not alone. I want improved pitch correction and time stretching as well. I want that too. It's okay, but it could be better. Absolutely. It's better. It could be. It's better. It's better, but it could be better. Kong was not a wow. Kong was a wow. Kong was a wow for some people. It's like, oh wow, Kong was a wow. I'm not the only person. Some people like Kong. I was hoping they added one of the older rack extensions like Antidote or something. I just want a better piano roll. You do. You have a new edit area is what it's called. They don't call it a piano roll, by the way. It's called the edit area, the edit mode, edit area, edit whatever. But it is new. It's new. It's completely changed. It's completely different. Let's go look at it real quick. There's a new. Here's what it looks like. I thought I loaded it up. Hold on. Here it is. So you can see over here, there's going to be, it's new. You have your length and your note and velocity and position. All of that has been added into this left side area. You have your piano roll right here, and then you'll have your sequencer up here. Probably looks like you can pull it up, pull it down. You'll be able to use that. And yeah, here's another look at it for audio. This is what audio looks like. Let me open this up in a new tab so we can see a little closer. So this is what audio looks like if you're using audio in the piano roll or edit area window. Here's what it looks like. It shows you can bounce it, tempo, the original, quantize it, reverse the clip, normalize the clip. You got your slice edit, vocal edit, comp edit. That stuff makes sense to me. It does make sense to have that stuff in this area as opposed to it being up here floating around somewhere. So that does make sense. But yeah, it's there, man. It's there. There has been some changes to the sequencer. Some changes to the sequencer and changes to the piano roll. So let's see if we got to better. Mimic as good as exactly what the Roland VP 9000 does. Okay, cool. If Reason had FL's piano roll, it would be game over. FL's piano roll is pretty good. It is pretty good. I cannot lie. Man, it's so many chats, man. It's so many chats. I almost need somebody else to read the chats for me. It's so many. So there are a lot of things that Reason has changed and done different this time around for Reason 13. Let me see. I think I read all of these. Yep, go down. The Echo was a wild device for me. Dope. I like Echo. The Echo. I just bought Ableton last night. Laugh a lot. I've been with Reason since 2.8. I cannot believe you bought Ableton last night. And they just dropped. And they just are about to drop Reason 13. That's crazy, Kenny. If Reason gets any easier, I won't be able to stand myself. We are already outside. Great Keys with the super chat. What's up, Great Keys? Hey, man. Hey, appreciate you, Great Keys, man. Dropping the super chat up in here, man. I appreciate your support, my brother, man. Great Keys, what's up with you, man? Drop the super chat with no message in it, man. Just dropping the love just for the love. I appreciate you. Having a dedicated hardware controlling device would make Reason way more intuitive. Sure. I used to make beats on Reason and record on Pro Tools. I started with Reason 3. I started with Reason 3 as well. That was the one I started with. Started with Reason 3. Been here. Been 10 versions later. I definitely skipped in between, basically like after 5. Everything from like 5 to 10, I never got to try. So I didn't try record. I didn't get to try any of those versions from 5 to 10. Basically, I was just on 5 all the way till 10, and then I purchased 10, and then I've been on there ever since. 10, 11, 12, 13, it's been in there ever since. Started with 2.5, but thinking to hop the Ableton Live Wave. Have you guys heard of the AI music generator UDO? How long until we get UDO VST? I've never heard of that, Andrew. I've never heard of that. I have 12, but can sometimes still use 4 successfully and still sounds pretty damn good. And if I told you my Reason 4 tunes were made on 12, you would not be able to tell. Right. I probably would say something similar or the same thing, but I would be able to tell. I could tell from my own self, just because I know the places that I was limited in Reason 4, and I never want to go back there. I never want to go back. Vital is almost like Serum, but free. Vital is free? I was just looking at this. Am I about to download this? I really don't need another. I swear we don't need no more. We do not need any more sounds. I'm telling you, man. It's something wrong with producers, man. I'm telling you. It's just like we don't need no more sound. I promise you have all the sounds. You have not gone through all of them Arteria patches. Like, I promise you have everything that you're looking for. Even though Grey Keys do got this one like sliding pad sound that he used in his beats that I've been looking for and trying to emulate. So I don't know. Maybe I had to get Vital to get that sound. But other than that, like, man, all the sounds is there. But I'm about to check that Vital out. I can't wait until 18. Bless, bro. Long life, Reason Studios. I can't wait until 18. Reason. You're not saying Reason 18, right, Rat Fox? That's not what you're saying. Are you saying June 18? Does it release June 18? Can't wait till 18. Europa is still my workhorse synth, though. Thor for me probably. Though I probably pull up Thor's patches way more than Europa patches. Way more than Thor's a beast. Absolutely, Mr. T. Thor's a beast for sure. Reason synths are all around fire. Absolutely, I agree. Europa needs a UI update. Like seeing, yeah, I really feel I agree with you. Like, it's something about the way it looks. It's not inviting for me. The same way that like Object is inviting, or even some of these newer synths that they made. So it is something about that. Like Ripley is a little more inviting. I can kind of make my way from left to right. There's still a lot of knobs and a lot of buttons and stuff, but I can kind of understand as I'm looking at it. I can make my way from left to right. You know, I can kind of figure out some things. Polysynth, this Polytone one right here, it's too much. It's hurting my eyes. It's too much. It's I don't know, but maybe once you get there, maybe the patches will just be so fire that we won't have to do anything. It just be exactly how we need it to be, and we won't have to actually do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. I wish Reason would create a device like FL did with Flex. What does FL's Flex do? Let me see this. What does Flex do? Yeah, Flex looks pretty simple. Flex from FL Studio looks pretty simple. So if you're saying you wish they would create something simpler, I agree with you, because it looks very simple. Complex One is impressive for its sound creation options. I like Complex. I like Algorithm. I like Complex. I like those. I like the sounds that you can get from them. They're just really interesting. All right, we got some Spanish. Somebody translate that for me. Somebody translate that for me. Me no likey object. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. Aww. Bro said me no likey Object. I like Object, man. I think go watch some of the Object videos that I've done, some of the tutorials, some of the just playing around with sounds. Go watch those videos before you really make your decision about whether you really like it or not, because I think if you just learn a little bit more about it, I think you'll start liking it, because they have really great sounds, especially like percussion. Yeah, it was neglected after its release. It's like, yeah, go have fun, go play with this. But they did say that all of the patches, they said everything has been updated. Okay? Hold on, where is it at? Somewhere in here. Fall in love with your favorite devices again. In Reason 13, we've updated our sound bank library with all new patches, samples, Rex loops, demo songs, song starter templates. Sometimes your own sound starts with one of our sounds. So they've updated. So I'm thinking at the very least, we might not get new UI designs. Like we might not get a new look or like a refreshed look for these devices. But at the very least, we will have new patches. And it sounds like we're going to get new patches for, if not everything, a majority of things. Okay, you can't say all new patches, like, you know, and make sure y'all keep them old patches too. Make sure y'all keep the list of them oldie but goodies. Okay, don't just get rid of everything now. All new additional patches. And if you haven't noticed, whenever you update Reason, like they do slide in patches. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but at least for me, I don't know. Every time I update it, it's like, was that patch there before? I don't think that patch was there before. I'm not sure. I don't think that patch was there before. And so that keeps happening. So I think they slide in new patches here and there. But anyway, they never even made a real in-depth tutorial on it when it deserves the longest. Oh, on Complex. Yeah, it's so complex. Cable Guys Halftime is a good plugin. It is, but I want Reason to have its own. That's the problem. I want Reason to have its own way that you can do that. That's the thing. Maelstrom N19 and Subtractor UI refresh and new presets made by a Southern Gospel sound designer. This is a very specific request here. These pianos and organs are gonna have swag in it all. That's interesting. More instruments in ID8. Ooh, that one perked me up. That's a good idea. Now that's something. More instruments in ID8, yes, because ID8 is a go-to. It's a go-to. So more instruments in ID8. Yeah, that would be dope. That would be absolutely dope. I wish they would add some of the older rack extensions into 13. I did see a lot of people miss a lot of those rack extensions. Is the beat repeat is a VST or included in Reason? That beat repeater that I showed is included in Reason. You just go to a 4-stage beat repeater. You can find it. You find it inside of all effect patches, and then just type in the word repeat, and you'll be able to find beat repeater, 4-stage beat repeater. That's stock inside of Reason. You can create a RC20 like effect combinator using Audiomatic Retro Transformer. You can do everything except for time. Everything except for time. You can make it wobble. You can wobble the pitch. You can granulize it. You can bit crush it. You can filter it. You can reverb it. You can delay it. You can do everything but time. You can stutter it. You can chop it, but you cannot time stretch it. You can't time stretch it. And so that's the only thing. So we need that. I don't know what it is, but we need that. I don't know what it is, why they can't do it, but we need it. I already use AI plugins like XLN. The only one that I know that is some kind of model. It's like an AI model. Like basically the software is created out of AI, it uses AI in some kind of way for them to create the software, is what I'm trying to say. The only thing that I have that's like that is Magenta. Magenta's pretty interesting. Magenta DDSP. And with this, you can change the sound of what comes into this effect to sound like any of these instruments. And then you can also create your own models. So it's like not exactly AI, but they use AI in the creation of that VST somehow, some way, whatever. M Audio Hammer Pro is better. I mean, like, I like M Audio. The Oxygen series, they work with Reason. All the knobs and faders, they all work. I have Key Station 88. None of these. It's only like one little transport area, but the transport area doesn't work on my Key Station 88. But I want to try that out as well. That M Audio Hammer Pro. You know what I'm saying? The Panorama P1 was great, but wasn't really embraced by Reason. I want one with a touchscreen. Nectar is a control surface that was designed to make mixing easier in Logic and Cubase. Not necessary, but time saving for some people. Do you think it would be effective for Reason? I think it more so depends on what you need. Some of that stuff I think is just like nice to haves, but not need to haves. Some of that stuff is just nice to have. Like as a live streamer, if I had more little gadgets and gadgets to pull and touch with or whatever, it probably would be more entertaining and to watch, right? Because you could see the flip down of me working, and it's like, oh, look, I have all of these great things here. And it's like, oh, touch it, pull it, bang it, watch it, turn it, mix it, stuff-o-matic. But now it's just like just a keyboard. Like this is the only thing I have is just a keyboard. So since it's like, oh, that's the only thing we have is just a keyboard, it's not as exciting. So it would be nice to have, but not necessary. So like for somebody like me, like, no, it's not gonna matter. I'll be able to do what I need to do with just the mouse. I guess the only other thing is like, oh, I'm getting carpal tunnel from using my mouse, so I need a control surface because I really work on a lot of music. So I need a control surface so I'm not just using my mouse to, use Reason. And then the last way that I guess is helpful for people is people who have the analog feel. They want that feel. They want to touch and pull. They want to, twist knobs, and they want to do things with their hands because they're used to sitting in front of mixing boards, mixing consoles, and they're used to being live. They do live music and they want to touch things, right? They want to, it's going to be useful for people like that. Absolutely. I'm just glad that it doesn't say god awful, I was adding in words. I'm just glad that awful browser is going away. It eats up too much screen space and you can't even type without clicking first. Nick, we all feel your pain, my brother. We all feel your pain. Yeah. You pull up the browser. Yeah. You pull up the browser, boom. Somebody else was talking about that. I think somebody was talking about that with Bitwig. I think they were saying why they like Bitwig for its browser. Somebody else was talking about that, but yeah. So new browser, it does take up some space, sure. I feel you, man. I feel you. One-stop shop. Akai works because Reason is dedicated map. QLab, which don't. Right. Arturia, yeah, they're more focused on their own software. They want you to be using it with Analog Lab, They want you to be using it with their stuff. Would being able to bring video in Reason and being able to score or produce to a video clip be beneficial for Reason Studios? No. It's another nice to have. It's another nice to have, but I think that composers are using a different software. I don't think that Reason is the go-to software for composers, and that's probably why they're not worried about doing that. Like the first time I ever used Logic and I saw that you can transpose your MIDI notes into like score, like into like, into like a music sheet, like where you could see all of the music notes, I was like, oh, they doing something different over here. I was like, oh, this is dope. So you could immediately have it set up for, you know, your trumpet player, your brass player, your violin player, because all of the MIDI notes have been transformed into sheet music. Like, that's dope. It's already there. It's already built in. There's no new software needed for that. No new VST needed for that. It's just there. For Reason to do something like that, it would be like a complete overhaul in what their system is about, what they're, you know, so it would just be totally different. So I think composers go to certain software for that reason, and Reason won't be the reason. What's playing? Was it made in Reason? Finding stuff that's made in Reason and also soulful is almost impossible. Almost impossible? No, anything that's on my channel is made in Reason. Anything on my channel is made in Reason. So this is from Reason. I'll play it full. This is from a recent stream. What I did on that stream was I was showing you how you can use block mode. When I think block mode is probably going to get deleted soon. It's probably going to, they didn't even mention block mode in Reason 13 update. So it probably will just cease to exist in the future. But I created this using block mode, and so I created everything. I created the intro in block mode, the hook. So this is the verse, and then I did a pre-hook. And then, so everything was made in block mode, and then I went into block mode, and pretty much I had these blocks already set up: intro, hook, verse, pre-hook. They were already set up like this in the sequencer, and so all I had to do was just go into, from block mode, go into song mode, and everything was already laid out for me. And that's just one way that people can use block mode. And that's what we did. So a lot of the sounds here are stock instruments, like this, the beginning intro sound. That is from Object. The bass line is from Object. Where is that bass line at? Bass line is electric bass guitar. Where that guy at? I think I kind of went crazy on the, oh yeah, that sounds a little bit better. I kind of went crazy on the EQ on that guy, but I just wanted to hear it nice and fat. And I think the piano is from Contact. It's Alicia's keys. But yeah, anything that I make on my channel, I make in Reason. I showed somebody that too, though. Like, I just took the actual MIDI. You can put it on Reason's process piano, and you know, get a very similar sound. So it's not just like oh, it sounds that good because it's from Contact. Like, no, Reason has good sounds too, you know, so it's not that. So, but I will say that using something about new, when something is new, you do get a little bit more, like, I don't know, inspiration, I guess. So when things are new, it's like, oh, you know, let's use this new thing. So you kind of get that bias because things are new. But yeah, shout outs to you. Thank you for noticing. Will the mixer have a dark mode? Reason already has dark mode, but you did say specifically mixer, so I don't know. But you know that there are themes that you can change to. I'm hoping for more themes. I'm hoping for more themes in general, but they do have different themes. They have a blue theme and a dark theme. So there are themes that are there. I tend to leave them in default, just so my reason looks like everybody else's reason from when they first upload it, and they don't just get confused. It's like, my reason doesn't look like that. How come yours look like that? But anyway, edit, preferences, and then you can change your theme to blue or dark or default. But in terms of the mixer, that'll be interesting if that is like a specific thing that changes or includes like a dark mode. I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, we coming up to 2 hours, y'all. I stopped using VSTs, to be honest. Most of them crash and don't. Oh man, thank you, Divergent. I'm glad somebody said something about it. Reason is very stable. Reason is a very stable DAW. If you're using their instruments and you're using their FX and if you're using everything Reason, you're gonna have some stability. It only starts getting shaky when you start introducing other things, because their software and things are shaky. So Reason there have been plenty of times I start making beats, I don't save the beat until I'm like an hour, 2 hours in. I'm not worried that Reason is going to crash. I would never do that on Bitwig. I would never do that on FL. I would never do that on Ableton. I would never do that on any other DAW, because that's how comfortable I am with Reason. I know that their stuff is going to work and function properly. So that's just my 2 cents on that topic. For me, they should change the company policy and upgrade as FL Studio should be for free. It would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice. It all goes into marketing. Excuse me. It's the marketing of it. The marketing of FL Studio allows them to be able to have that kind of upgrade model, it's the business side of things, right? Which I don't know a whole lot about on Reason side. But if I can beta test it and see what's up with that piano roll, I'll report back ASAP. Let us know, Antonio. Let us know. We'll appreciate you for that. Because I'm waiting for a care package. I want a care package. Bruh, pitch adjusting rap in Reason sequencer makes it glitch out and turn to mush. Yeah. If they want to be paid for the upgrade, let them add more instruments and effects, not just embellishment, and there is nothing new, really. I feel it. Definitely need more themes. I've never used blocks, OMG. I use the poor man's block mode to identify sections of my... I like those. I like using block mode as markers as well. I like that as well. Video track, yes, F1 video window. I mean, that would be dope. I'm not against it. That would be dope, but then it said all these extra clicks. Great Keys with the super chat, man. Appreciate you, Great Keys. What did I do? Oh, okay, here we are. Did they mention sequencer changes like punch in, punch out? No. They did not mention punching in or punching out or recording at all. Like recording and audio, they didn't mention that at all. But it's still very new. It hasn't officially released and there's a lot still happening. I wish they would have updated all the original racks. Yeah, I agree. Love Reason. Happy that they're still making updates. They addressed the piano roll. I can appreciate that. Yeah. Such a cosmetic treatment, for example, Native Instruments is more developed and worth the price. Arturia has a sound quality that is unparalleled. Hey, big words right there. Big words right there. When will Reason Transport Control will have the ability to punch in? Shaking my head, man. Hey, keep on, guys. Keep on saying the things that are important, okay? Keep saying the things that you guys want. Keep saying the things that are important. With a brand new software with Reason 13, a new upgrade coming up, you know, just like we've had so many updates and patches that happen throughout the time. That is something that could be implemented as the time goes on in Reason 13. Maybe 13.5 will have punching in, or you know what I'm saying, something of that nature. So keep saying the things that you're looking for. It might be things they're already working on, or maybe, you know, us, the community, actually speaking on the things that we're looking for. Maybe that will encourage them to bring those things out. All we can do is hope. All we can do is pray. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. All right, just keep on squeaking. You feel me? I did get Studio One artists for free, so I may be moving on with the piano roll by the time 13 comes out, but we'll see. I don't know if I want to invest another $200 after buying 12 last summer. It's one of those things. It's tough. It's tough because it's one of those things where you say, should I upgrade? And it's like, man, imagine just waiting a few more months till January, and now it's like, okay, I got 12 and now you got 13. You know, you got a 13 upgrade free because you waited till January as opposed to getting it last summer. It's all about timing, man. It's all about timing. It's like, I'm telling you, Reason is just like iPhone. Reason is just like iPhone, where they're like, okay, iPhone 13 comes out September. All right, it's brand new iPhone 15, I should say. iPhone 15 is brand new. It comes out in September. iPhone 16 is coming out September next year. It's coming out. Okay, iPhone 15s, iPhone 15, you know, version 2 is coming out sometime in March, June, you know, who knows? They might just do a secret release. The price in September is full price. Okay, but by the time we get around to January, February, all of the phone carriers, all of AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, now they're saying, okay, get iPhone 15 free. Get it free. It's on us. You don't even have to trade in your phone. You just get one completely free, because we've already sold all of the pre-orders, and all of the hype of 15 has come and gone, right? In September, all the way through December, all of the hype is gone. Now we're trying to get rid of these things. Now we're trying to get rid of these devices. I really feel like they're just like that. So you got to know, like, it's the timing. It's like, okay, honestly, like I said, I did not think that they would have an update this soon, but I'm glad that they do. I didn't think that it was coming this soon. I was like, maybe like end of the year. They talking about June, y'all. They talking about June. Crazy. I have never missed a version since version 4. Shout outs to Greg Keys, man. Hopefully they implement direct routing with MIDI generating VSTs. Hopefully. Kong and Rejump combined was a wow to me. Dope. Man, using audio samples in Reason 4 was some work. It was terrible. First ever digital music I made was with Reason 2.5. Nice. I've come to the conclusion that I can go to a deserted island with nothing but Reason stock sounds and be able to make fresh sounding music forever. Listen to that. On a deserted island. I mean, it's only 2 sounds. I changed 2 sounds in this beat and it's completely Reason stock. So everything else is completely Reason stock. So I bought it on 12/29. Wow. And they are a stickler about times. Like, they're not gonna, I would doubt that they honor 12/29, but January 1st is January 1st. That's MJ. That's tough, man. That's tough, MJ, man. That's tough. Aww. That's tough, bro. Sorry to hear that. Hey, brother in Christ. Waited for more tools on Zoom. Edited keynotes on the piano roll. Show the notes. Well, hello to you, my brother in Christ. First of all, God is good. Okay, so some things. Zoom keynotes on the piano roll. Show the notes. Right. I feel that. It's like, it might be like the Mandela effect for me, because I feel like at one point in time you could see the notes, right? Is that just me? Am I tripping? That's just me, huh? But I feel like you could. I feel like at one point, I feel like you could. But I don't think that's true. I think what happened was I did a video where I was looking at the piano roll and I used my Adobe and I wrote out the notes on the keyboard. I think that's what I did. Anyway, back to this. Okay, I'm just trying to get through some more of these chats, man. Chris, take care. Jay Hart, what up, man? Seth said, Flex don't do ish. We gotta stop putting reason in the Me Too movement. Shaking my head. Like, just do everything everybody else is doing, right? I've never heard Flex. I just saw somebody was saying something about Flex. It was like, oh yeah, Flex is like, it looks super simple. It doesn't look like anything. They had one thing, Fruity Loop FL has one thing where it's like you can put in numbers, or like you could put something in or like randomly generate a sound. Maybe something like that could be cool, I guess. Please, Reason 13, get more chords, keys like FL Studio. I love to see something like a Serato sample inside Reason or Mimic improve. The Mimic, okay, now don't forget that we said there was one specific Mimic improvement that we wanted, and that is to slice by value. We need to be able to slice by eighth notes, slice by 16th notes, divide by a certain, right? We do want that. We do want that update. We want that change. Okay. If I get a chance to ask somebody, if I get a chance to get online with Matthias and I get a chance to ask him specifically, I'm going to ask him, hey man, how hard would it be to create slice by value in Mimic? Come on. What's up? We want it. We need it. I've heard it too many times. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna ask. See, at the Reason 30th party, it was really a party. It was like, we was geeking out, we was nerding out, but all that stuff kind of like, I didn't even think to ask them, man. But I'm gonna ask them next time I get a chance. If I ever get invited to something again, I'm gonna ask. I'm like, hey man, what's up with this? Folder tracks. Okay. We need key and chord detection. Well, listen. When you have a great device, it's hard to create things that will go directly against that great device. Okay, I'll say it a little more clearly so I'm not just doing a whole bunch of talking. Players chord sequencer, we're going there right now. Players chord sequencer can detect your chords. I'll show you that it can. If I'm here and I have my keyboard, I hit edit chord. It's a whole lot of setup that you got to do, but it can do it. When I go in here and let me go to the actual thing where it's at. I want to edit chord, learn. Here we go. When I go and start pressing keys, let me go put my volume back up. If I go start pressing keys, C, E flat, G, it will tell me, oh, that's the C minor. Can you see that right there in the middle? That's C minor. Let me see. Pull this up a little closer. It will tell me. So it has it, but only in chord sequencer, right? We want everything in chord sequencer that's really cool to be in the piano roll. It has it, right? So you can create your chord. You can figure out, oh, what is this chord? I always wanted to know, what's this chord? What are these chords? Wow. Chris is sounding real gospel-y. What are those chords that sound so gospel-y, And what you need to do is you can use chord sequencer to figure out what those chords are, but it's just not natively built in. It's not natively built in to where you can be able to use it. So that's just one of those things. But if it was in the sequencer, if it was in the edit window, the piano roll, that would be really dope. Really, really dope. Now I got to go turn my volume back down because I was about to play the music all extra loud. All right. A few more chats, man. Key and chord detection. Unless you're talking about for like a track. I'll be forgetting that a lot of things that I do naturally, like as a keyboardist, like people be like, how do you do that? It's like, I don't know, just keep playing notes until you keep playing it until you figure it out. Like, oh, what key is this in? I don't know. Just start playing notes until it sounds like you're in the key. But then it's like playing by ear is not a natural thing. You have to learn how to do that. I just forget that that's the case sometimes. Advanced drum sampling. I'm having trouble getting my Oxygen Pro Mini to work with Reason as well. I can't get down with the touchscreens. I wonder how much this will cost for folks like me that got Reason 12 a few years back. It's going to cost $199 more than likely as a regular upgrade. $199 as an upgrade. $499 if you don't have any version of Reason that's legit. You buy it right now, you get Reason 13 free. $1. We didn't really actually make an actual big deal about it because I didn't want to sound salesy. Like, I'm not trying to sell this to anybody, not just yet. I have to use it first. But $1, and you can get it. You could get the demo mode completely free. But if you get it for $1 right now, $1, you'll get Reason Plus. And then it'll be $19.99 per month. But the month that you first started, it'll be $1. So you could, at the very least, you could have the full capabilities of Reason 13 for $1. And then if you decide you don't want it, you just get rid of Reason Plus. Keep your other versions or keep your FL Studio or whatever else you use. That's crazy. $1. You can try it all out. You can get the demo mode for free, but it's only so much you can do with the demo mode. But you got the full capability of the DAW as soon as the DAW drops. With everybody else, if you get it for $1, say you get it for $1, what's today, May 2nd? I think it releases it's in June 18th. So on the 18th, no, do a little further than the 18th. You need a little more time. Basically, on the 1st of June, get Reason Plus for $1 and you have it for 30 days. And then when the 18th hits, boom, you'll have Reason 13 right there ready to go. And then you can just try it out for the remainder of the month. For that, you know what I'm saying? For that 30 days, you can try it for the remainder of the month. And you can see, oh, do I want to keep it or not? Do I want to pay the full version or not? So anyway, that's that. Why do Reason beats sound like Reason beats? My biggest pet peeve. I don't know, Hugh. Do you make beats in Reason? Can we hear some of your beats? Let me stop this music real quick. Let me, Hugh, do you make beats in Reason? Do you make beats in Reason, Hugh? I need all those chords Chris Reed just played. What chord? Maybe I'll create. Maybe I'll create something. Come on, Hugh. Come on, Hugh. Where you at? Where you at? I do. Where can we listen to some of your beats? Where can we listen to some of your beats? I want to hear some of your beats. Trackmasters, what's up? I use the chord detector player from the shop. I think it's great. I didn't know that they had a chord detector player. That's interesting. I don't be in that shop, y'all. I got everything that I needed. Reason Plus. I got my Reason full version. That's it. That's it. I don't be in that shop trying to buy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Definitely a stickler on the timestamps. Y'all hilarious. Y'all are real funny. I've been using Reason since Reason 3. Come on, Hugh. Where can we listen to these beats? Chris, 9 against the minor third, half step grind sounds sweet. Okay, yeah, you getting real specific on me with this music theory. I guarantee that thing about Reason beats sounding like Reason ain't real. We over here making hits in Reason. I know for one thing, if anybody is, Gray Keys is. If you ever heard any of his beats, okay, there's no way you can say that. You can't say that, Reason has a certain sound. You cannot say that stuff. It's impossible for you to say that stuff. It's impossible for you to say that stuff. I be wondering what people be hearing when they say stuff like that. I really don't think it has anything to do with Reason. I think it has way more to just do with that individual and their level of music making. I'm not trying to say anything about you specifically, Hugh, but this comment comes up a lot. Like, why does Reason sound like Reason? But Jonathan, even if you use stock sounds, like what does that mean? Like Reason has so Reason has a certain sound, and of course we're not saying it sounds good. When we say that, we're saying it doesn't sound good is what we're saying. This is an interesting concept or idea for us to explore just real quick. Reason 13, shout out to Reason 13. It's coming out, y'all. If you have not checked it out, be sure go to the website right now, check out Reason 13, see what they got going on over there. Okay. Rap Fox says, I make beats with Reason since version 1, the best. I agree, it's all in their heads. Maybe if you use, I don't know if it is a matter of using stock sounds, because like I said, is essentially what we're saying is Reason has a certain sound that doesn't sound good. Because I think if people felt like it sounded good, I don't think that they would be saying that. I don't think they would say Reason has a certain sound. Reminder, one of the best albums of the year 2022 was Stormy's Multitude, and the interviews on Stormy's channel show Reason wide open when he's discussing individual tracks. I gotta check that out. There's tons of people. I mean, there's tons of people that use Reason. There's tons of people that use Reason. They've won Grammys. Their albums that they've produced for are platinum selling albums. Like, it's just interesting when people get into that. And when I heard No Role Models from J. Cole, when I heard that track, and then the producer came on, was like, yeah, I made this in Reason. I was like, no way. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No way. No, you didn't. It's impossible. You could not have. You could not have. There's no way. I'm not believing that. And it was. So it's just like, that song didn't have a Reason sound to me. Like it sounded good. So I don't know. I wonder if people can recreate my beats in another program. It's French music, but Stormy is huge and has crossed over now, even though his stuff is in French. Key Wayne, Beyonce, exactly. I mean, it's just interesting how we get into these conversations. But see, this don't have a lot of Reason stock. I want to find something with some Reason stock. I'm gonna start closing these windows. What is the sound? matters how you master the song. Yeah, I think it definitely matters how you mix and how you master the song, right? Like you could end up with something that doesn't sound good at all, right? If you just like, let me see, push this over here. But the idea is like, all right, we got the track to a certain point. If reason has anything to do with the production of the song or the production of the track at all, if it has anything to do with it at all, whether it's at the creation side or the mastering mixing side, if it has anything to do with it at all, then how can we say that there is a reason sound? There's not a reason sound. There are producer sounds. There are engineer sounds. There are artist sounds. Reason is just the DAW doing the DAW. Anytime you pull up a Reason patch, you have the opportunity to sound design the patch so where it's not going to sound like the patch that they created, right? Hugh, I was mostly, yeah, you can email me, chrisreedbeats@gmail.com. If you don't want to put your link out there, I was hoping for like a YouTube link, an Instagram link, a SoundCloud link. Because I've been using Reason for 15 years plus at this point, right? It's not Reason with the sound. It's a lot of times, like I'll sit there and I'll be like, how come my beat sounds this way or sounds that way? It's like, Chris, because this is you. This is your ear. This is the thing that you like to hear. When you make the music, this is what sounds good to you or how you feel in the moment when you're making it. That's why your beats sound different than other people's beats. Now, when it comes down to it, it's like, okay, now does this sound like a person that has been making beats for 15 years? Should it sound that way? Or, you know what I mean? Like, should it sound like things are always too loud? Like stuff like that, like mixing, leveling. Should it sound like you can't really hear your instruments? Like stuff like that, right? Is like where it's more about the person than it is about the DAW. The DAW is going to do whatever you tell it to do. The DAW is going to get you the sound to wherever you need the sound to be. And then some people will say, okay, cool. When should I use a filter versus an EQ? When should I use a compressor versus a maximizer or a limiter? When should I use a reverb versus a delay? When should I use mid-side compression versus parallel compression or side chaining? When should I use, it's like these choices that we make to get the sound how we want it to sound. When should I use a bit crusher? When do I need saturation? How do I use saturation? Why does these things matter? Why does my beat just sound like one long loop? Like stuff like that. That has nothing to do with Reason having a sound or not, right? If your music just sounds like one long loop, that's everything to do with you and how you make music. It's like you have not understood how to tell a story in your music. You have not understood how to go from intro to outro in your music. That has nothing to do with Reason and Reason having a sound, or it was created in Reason but mastered somewhere else. Like, okay, cool. Say that in every DAW. Say that in every DAW. Because Pro Tools usually is going to end up somewhere in the chain of the music, period. People are starting to come along and say they do some mastering in Ableton, but I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with Google Excel spreadsheet. That don't mean that I'm going to use Google Excel spreadsheet, because you can do it. But people are coming along to say that Ableton can do some mastering, and they've been doing mastering in Ableton. I don't know how or why. Same thing with FL Studio. It's like, yeah, somewhere in there are high points, there are strengths, and there are weaknesses for the DAWs. It's just so interesting, the conversation. I really want to hear these beats. chrisreedbeats@gmail.com. Send me something. I want to hear them. 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 Show me. You send me your stuff too. I want to hear them. Reason has always been dope, whether it's stock sounds or not. Ain't no way I'm not upgrading. That's what I'm talking about. There's nothing unprofessional sounding about Reason compared to other DAWs. I don't get that. You can make it sound the way you want. Yeah, like a sine wave is a sine wave is a sine wave is a sine wave. A square wave is a square wave. A triangle wave is a triangle wave. Now, you think about the minds of the people behind the software, and you say, when they was coming up with these patches, what were they thinking? How did they want the sound to sound? But a square wave is a square wave, a sine wave is a sine wave, a triangle wave is a triangle wave. It's ones and zeros in all of the DAWs, all of the VSTs is ones and zeros. So you got some really cool people. If Soulja Boy came out and said, here's my Soulja Boy VST, and Timbaland came out and said, here's my Timbaland VST, guess what? You're going to love both of those VSTs for different reasons. One of them, you're going to say, this sounds like Soulja Boy. And one of them is going to say, this sounds like Timbaland. Somebody's still going to say, they're going to say what they want to say, or Lil Jon might even be a better example. Just because Lil Jon's synths were so simple, but their melodies just got right to the point, right? Somebody's going to say, oh, this has a Lil Jon sound, or this has a, come on, man. Yeah, and you're going to love it for that reason. You're going to love that, wow, I can get this melody out immediately. It's the difference between Omnisphere and Nexus. Or Serum, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the difference between these different things. Trillion or a contact synth. It's like, yeah, if you're looking for something that's overly sampled, you know what I'm saying, that has like 100 gigabytes of samples, yeah, go with Contact, because they did a lot of recording and a lot of sampling. So their horns are gonna sound different than Reason's horns. Yeah, and you're gonna pay a lot more for it too, right? It's just stuff like that, man. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we need a Pro Tools sound rack extension in our chain. That's interesting. Okay, he sent the beats to me, y'all. I'm gonna listen to these beats. I don't know if he want. I don't know if he want to get. I don't know if he want to get put out there like that. I gotta hear these reasons. These are Reason beats that you made only in Reason, right? I'm gonna turn it off here so y'all can't hear it. I'm gonna turn it off so I make sure y'all can't hear. Yeah, your beats don't have a Reason sound at all. You made these in Reason, they don't have a Reason sound at all. You know what they have sound? They sound like FL Studio is what they sound like. If you was asking me for my opinion, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's that FL Studio sound. That's what it sound like to me. They don't even sound like Reason. So how do we say, so what do we get from that? I don't understand. So maybe it is. Maybe it is a taste and a preference thing that we're actually talking about. Like, if you're talking about my beats and you're saying my beats has a Reason sound, it's not a Reason sound. It's a Chris sound. And it's just my sound. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, you don't. I'm cool. But it's like, it's not a Reason sound. If this was made on Reason, then all right, cool. Dope. Nope. Like, for example, I know exactly what patch you used. Like, I can tell the NNXT patch that's right here to create the pad sound that I'm hearing. I know the exact name of it. I could pull it up right now on my folder. Jonathan says, you don't have my beats. I didn't send anything. I wasn't talking about you, Jonathan. I'm talking about Hugh. Hugh sent his beats. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. And keep going, man. Keep going. Keep going. Let Great Keys send you. Let Great Keys send you some beats. Let Great Keys send you some beats. You know what I'm saying? Let Great Keys send you some beats, and you'll stop. You won't say that. You won't say that. Reason has a sound thing that you're saying. You won't. Mm-mm. You won't say that. You won't say that. Mm-mm. And I'm gonna leave it there. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I gotta dip out. This has been fun. And the only reason why I'm not trying to play the beat because I don't want to open it up for everybody else's criticism. This was just something between me and Hugh because I was very curious as a person that makes beats and reason and he makes beats and reason. I gotta hear what his beats sound like so I could be like, oh yeah, if that's your problem, then that is the reason sound, and I understand why you're saying that that's the reason sound. It is all love, but I didn't want to play it on stream. I didn't want to play it on stream for other people to then chime in and be like, oh man, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do you like that, Hugh. I don't want to do you like that. This has been dope. This has been dope, Chris. This has been dope, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, Hugh. I appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? Checking it out, man. This mess is crazy. No, see what Johnny doing? See what Johnny doing? Because it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. I just don't even want the opportunity for it to be like, oh man, I went on his live stream and everybody said this about my beats or everybody said that. I just don't even want that opportunity. Even if I'm wrong in the conversation, I don't want y'all to know that I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh, Chris Newton knew what he's talking about. Nah, it's okay. If that's between us. He could send the link to anybody. He could drop the link in the chat if he worried about it. That's what we was talking about, Kevin. What is a reason sound? I don't know. I don't know what a reason sound is. It sounds great. That's what it is. Reason 13. June 18th, Reason Plus for $1. You can get the full version of Reason 13 if you don't have any versions of Reason at all for $4.99. If you buy Reason 12 right now for $4.99, you get Reason 13 upgrade automatically. If you've purchased Reason 12 within the last 6 months, so January 1st, if you've purchased Reason, then you also will be able to get that upgrade for free for Reason 13. So those are your options for getting Reason 13. All right. For those of you that have been hanging out with your boy, I appreciate y'all for coming through to hang out with your boy. If you're looking for Reason training, if you're looking for somebody to give you some one-on-one critique or some one-on-one training on how you can get your sound to sound where you want it to be or get a little faster in Reason or anything like that, you can visit the website, chrisreedbeats.com, and you can sign up for a one-on-one session. You can hit me up on the calendar. We can schedule something and you'll be able to sign up for the one-on-one Reason session. Okay. But with that being said, I appreciate all of y'all for coming through to the stream, man. And man, it'd be so many things they want to say, but it was a lot to say today, right, guys? Like that was a lot. That was a lot going on, man. That was a lot to say, man. So appreciate y'all for coming through. And with that being said, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.